10 minutes late for you leaving the bar at like 9:50 is not bad, dude. Not
Yeah,
bad.
be kind of impressed. You got to be.
I'm a little slightly impressed.
I told the karaoke lady,
shocked.
I'm like, I got to leave here by 8:36. I'm still so bad when you go.
I know, dude.
And I know you do it to fuck with me. You're like, all right, you want an early one or late one? Usually we get started at 8:30 your time. Around then, usually 8:45.
Yeah.
So
9
today,
o'clock on a bad day.
Sure. So today I text you and I'm like, late podcast because karaoke starts my time 8, your time 9.
And anything you go about karaoke.
And you go, that moment. And Sarah's in town. Sarah crushed it. Sarah's the first person to sing.
Oh, no shit. She's a professional, bro. That doesn't even count. It doesn't count.
I know, but she crushed it, obviously.
Yeah.
And, but you go, okay, 9. And then I'm thinking, he means his time, which is only literally 22 minutes like later than we usually start. And I'm fuming because I had a shit day. And Tanya goes, I think he's fucking with you. I'm like, he's not. He's and and Olivia goes, why is he so mean to you? I'm like, I don't know.
Bullshit. She said that, you fuck.
And she had one tear coming down like the end of Harry and the Hendersons.
You act like I feel bad. I know.
Max had a balloon. He let it go because you're so mean to me.
Uncle Daryl's such a cocksucker. That was like I thought I was gonna have a big day tomorrow. I thought we were gonna go out to my my parents and go up to my aunt's house behind there and take the kids sledding. But the temperature's supposed to be like high of, like in the city, high of 15. So it's gonna be probably single digits out there.
Oh yeah,
I'm not driving out there, bundling up the kids, driving around the corner to go up to my aunt's house, trudging up this hill from them to come down 2-3 times and say we're cold.
We're cold, yeah.
So I called it, but that's why I didn't want to be a big bag of shit because I had to be outside and everything tomorrow. And
it was 63 degrees today here.
It was 42 and raining here earlier.
Wonderful. I had the windows open.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden at dinner time we were sitting around. We had steak and shrimp tonight.
Ooh.
I look up and you can barely see the street light in front of my house. Just flakes like this big.
Oh yeah,
floating around, and we got about an inch of snow.
That warm snow.
Yeah.
All right, DJ, spin the show.
2 adults, Chris and Daryl, yeah, they run shit. Current world events and forever on some dumb shit. Fun lit with a Bush Light, especially. Even though they always getting banned, allegedly. Crack a bourbon, peep the sermon, it's just 2 dolts. And you know they hold it down like it's 2 ropes. So crack a bourbon, peep the sermon, it's just 2 dolts. Taking over in the game, bringing new hope.
Welcome, everybody. I've been aggressively drinking since I would say about 5:30 Eastern. So I fulfilled my contractual duties. I had a shit day, but I'm here. We're good.
I had 4-5 beers at Vinny's, and then I went to poker at 10, and I left at 2:30. What's that? 4.5 hours. I had 4 Heinekens. That's it.
There you go. Yeah,
moderate day. I was just running on no sleep. You know, I've been up since yesterday.
Yeah, that's I don't know how you do that. Yeah,
and that's why I told you earlier. Like, I need a fucking nap. So that after dinner, Chris is like, "You can go get a 3-hour nap," and I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm having a conversation with her, and all of a sudden I hear, and I look over and fucking. I was like, I know that bitch is tired. I wanted to fuck with her, but I'm like, I can't. Brady was laying there watching his videos. I'm like, bro, I go, why don't you go sit in my chair? I'll turn the heat on, recline the chair. Here's your blanket. Watch your videos. Just let mommy stretch out on the couch.
Sure.
So yeah. I'm like trying to be a nice husband because she knows I'm going to do this. She thinks all night, but did I say what up, Ryan Tracy? What up, Ryan Tracy?
Is he watching?
It says he is. He could be in and out.
Does Ryan Tracy remember the night that we got this jersey?
Dude.
What a great time that was.
You could get the same crew for the same weekend, do the lacrosse thing, and it would never match that weekend.
No, and some of the crews fallen off.
Yeah, so much wild shit happened that weekend. I mean, I'm telling you, you could not telling that story of those 3 days People were like, "There's no fucking way that happened." I'm like,
it was like 30 different movies in a
all
weekend.
in one.
Yeah. It was fantastic. I loved
Oh,
it.
The whole fucking what was the dude's name? Sheila and Dave?
Don
Don and Sheila.
The fact that fucking Owen, and God love him. So Owen knew that I was obsessed with the new challengers. So
that's when they came out.
Right around then.
Yeah.
He was working for Enterprise Rent-A-Car at the time. So I get out of the apartment and there's a fucking Enterprise Rent-A-Car fucking Challenger. And I'm like, I'm driving. And what's up, Phil? My camera's flickering. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I could probably try to go back to
just leave it alone, bro. Let's just leave it alone. We can roll with it.
Enhance. But then we get there and we finally get to the place that he fucking booked. So he crushes it on the car.
Yeah.
Crushes it. It's like I think it was like a 4-cylinder. Not like
it doesn't matter. It was just
whatever.
You made it out that it had 400 horsepower.
Yes, I was.
Dude, you were just walking around with a rocket in your pants the whole weekend. I'm trying to
the floor, dude.
Challenger.
But then we get to the hotel, and I don't know who booked the hotel.
I don't either. I'll tell you one thing.
I think it was Haz.
I was gonna say I'm blaming Haz on that one. It sounds like something he would do, booking hotel like that to whatever.
Haz is a professional, like travel agent type guy. He knows how to do things, right?
He's a trip guy.
So he books a hotel next to Section 8.
Literally right on the border of Section 8 in Baltimore, Maryland.
Basically where The Wire was filmed.
Yes. And
basically
we had African
except it was probably too violent for The Wire to be filmed where they filmed The Wire. Yeah. Like where we were. Yeah. It was
our hotel hosted the African Zulu tribe. Some sort of fucking festival they had.
They're having a fucking African Zulu tribe fucking thing. I've never seen so many goddamn pair of gators. Like every black dude had these pointy foghorn leghorn fucking
shoes. Yeah, they look like elf shoes almost, but you could tell they were made out of crocodile dick.
You know you're in a bad spot when there's a bus terminal and a KFC.
I was just gonna say. So there's our hotel, literally fenced in because Section 8 housing is 50 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
We were told not to leave the hotel after dark. And there's a KFC in a fucking Greyhound bus terminal in our hotel lobby.
You're in a bad spot. I mean, I had to pick up my sister.
We may have been the only white people there.
1,000%. However, the room
was amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was great. It was just like getting in the elevator and going up to your room. You have no idea.
What? Yeah.
If Al Sharpton's just going to come out and fucking put you on a cross for being a fucking bigot, you're like, what?
You're like, I can't believe, the African Zulu tribes here this weekend. That's so cool. And fucking Al Sharpton walks out the elevator and smacks you with a fucking Bible,
Every soap dispenser was Al Sharpton's head. The shower water was Kool-Aid and grape soda.
Grape soda dispenser in every room.
Why does every towel look like a watermelon?
It was weird, man. This fucking smoke detectors kept beeping.
That's the only way they can sleep at night. White people need a fan.
Yeah. They just
need
had
the chirp.
Yeah, the smoke detector going off and then random gunshots and police sirens.
Dude, it was bad. And
that was the
Uber
first
too.
hour. Yeah, thankfully we had the shuttle. The shuttle was another story in itself.
Yeah, good times. But if there was no shuttle and we had to go find a cab spot, some people wouldn't have lived.
No.
It was a great time though. But yes, Baltimore. I wonder if we could go there and find that bar. I wonder if it's still open.
Howl at the Moon?
No, the place where we bought these.
Oh, yeah, right down behind Fenway, behind Camden Yards, right?
Camden, yeah.
That sucked that the Orioles weren't in town.
Oh, that would have been great.
Because we wanted to go. And I mean, I imagine that whole street, all those bars were pretty much closed. It was the only bar that was open, I think.
Yeah. Because they were just starting out, I think. Or maybe they were like a year into it. But holy fuck. They had karaoke.
We're like, yeah, man, there's a Michael Jordan cover band. They're like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, I don't know. One guy was fucking wearing a Michael Jordan jersey. Michael Jordan cover band.
So Owen,
And we were singing
bless him.
karaoke when there was no karaoke. We just stole the fucking mic and started singing. Oh,
so Owen
Christ.
goes, Owen's brother at the time, and God bless him. I mean, the times I had with Owen were fucking fantastic. But and some people grow apart, and you got to be okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
waiting
but holy shit, Owen gets this fucking absinthe from fucking wherever his brother was living, like Amsterdam or some shit. And it was like what do you know about liquor?
It's bad news for me.
Okay. What's a fifth? A fifth is a small one, right? That can fit in like a coat pocket.
Yeah, it's like this size-ish, maybe. Yeah, I think.
Sheila.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what.
So a bottle is 750 milliliter. Why would I say milliliters? Do I sound like Ted Koppel?
A fifth of vodka, whatever, is 750.
Okay, so it's not a fifth. It was smaller than a fifth, like 350 or something like that. Let's call it.
Yeah. It's a little bigger than airplane bottles.
Airplane?
Airplane. Apparently, I'm fucking Asian now.
Yeah, you could be a fucking air traffic controller at this point.
Oh boy, let's not do that.
The airplane's coming in. Oh wait, there's a helicopter in the way. Fuck it.
Deprane.
Jesus Christ. They're like, Andy Dufresne? Are you talking about fucking Shawshank?
No, motherfucker.
So Owen has it in his mind that before we go out on the first go out night, I got to drink 350 milliliters. Got it. Crushed it. Of fucking absinthe. So I'm fucking absolutely sideways. Even if absinthe doesn't make you see the green fairy and like
trip out.
Professor Smurf or whatever the fucking guy's name, Papa Smurf comes out with his asshole hanging out and a huge blue dick. You don't see any of that stuff, but it still will make you drunk as all fuck.
Is that the night you tried to clean up the Inner Harbor?
That's before that. So I did that. No, I did that the next day, hungover. But I remember falling into the Michael Jordan cover band's drum set.
Dude, every year when those pictures pop up over like Memorial Day weekend, when they show up my Facebook memories, and every one of us has got our arms out, and you can just see the drunk level in our eyes. I'm like, how did we not either end up dragging one of us back to the hotel or getting into a fight? We were obnoxiously drunk by that point.
But here's the problem with those kind of weekends. And this is the problem with guys' weekends in general. You wake up drunk, but you wake up thinking you're hungover. Like the golf weekends we have. We wake up and we're still legally hammered.
Yeah.
And then you go, the only thing that will fix this is I got to have a couple beers. But you can't have a couple beers because we're men. We grew up watching fucking Magnum PI. We're not going to just have a couple beers. We got to keep the train rolling. You post-date the hangover for like 4 or 5 fucking days.
I brought, unbeknownst to anyone else, a bottle of 151 rum straight from the fucking Caribbean islands, right from the Cruise On fucking rum factory. And we all started drinking it in the morning. Chris was fucking knocked out in bed. I didn't think you were waking up.
No,
you were so fucked.
I was
laying.
The only thing that would have fixed me was the thing you pulled. Yeah,
laying in bed like this, and we're all making drinks. I think fucking 151 and root beer,
and it's probably 11 o'clock.
I don't even think it was that.
Okay,
I don't even think it was that late. And Chris is just we kept putting like things like finger underneath your nose to make sure you were still breathing. You were fucked.
So that's like, after I fell into Michael Jordan's drum set.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So I'm like, we got to get him up. At least, just start moving. Maybe he'll jump in a shower and, let's give it about an hour. We can get going.
Let's clean the boy up a little bit.
Yeah. So meanwhile, we're all doing the fucking rain dance with the fucking ghetto chick in Section 8.
Watching a girl wash herself in a baby pool.
Baby pool. I'm not proud of the things that happened that morning. But anyhow, to digress, I go back and I'm like, I'm going to get Chris up. And you ever see those movies where somebody's sleeping and somebody makes bacon and all of a sudden, like a minute later, like they wake up.
Mr. Bacon? Yeah.
I unscrew the top of the 151 and I'm wafting it back and forth under Chris's nose. And no shit, within 20 seconds, his eyes flutter open and he looks at me and I'm kneeling over him on the bed. He's like, this is not good. And he goes, grabs a fucking bottle and just takes a massive hit. And the room got quiet. And then everybody exploded. And next thing you know, you were up. Owen's naked in the window. Bunch of dudes, we have our shirts off. We are communicating from the 7th floor window into Section 8 housing where this trailer trash woman was out sunbathing. We literally got her to stand in a baby pool and hose herself down. It was like the scene in We're the Millers with Jennifer Aniston, but nowhere near as hot.
But a -7.
Yes, and one of the dudes we were with may or may not had his dick out.
It was a great time.
Know.
It was a great time.
And then we watched her go inside and get banged in her window by her boyfriend, by Don.
Yeah.
We don't know who these people's name were. We named her Sheila, and we named
her name
Don.
is probably Duchess of fucking whatever the fuck.
It
has some prestigious name. It was Dan and Sheila. That's what it is.
Their fucking door on the back of their house wasn't even attached. It was just leaning up against the house.
Yeah, you know your life sucks when you got to go into your door by picking it up and fucking going backwards and putting it back on.
I've never, I learned how to fucking non-verbally communicate with somebody.
Yeah.
And we were literally pulling her strings. It was like, we're 50 yards away, probably in a somewhat tinted fucking hotel room window.
Yeah. So
7 to 8 floors up. And somehow she saw everything we did and responded to it. I'm like,
we didn't
her
think
first rodeo.
We're like, there's no way she can see us.
Yeah.
And then one of us started waving and she waved back. And it was just like, oh my God. And then it became
champagne's popping when we're fucking beers
a
are
very
flying.
Helen Keller moment where we're like, okay, take your top off.
Yeah, we're like,
yeah, it was fantastic.
And then she's pointing, and next thing you know, one of our guys in her group had his pants off, his dick mushed up against the window, and then next thing you know, she whips out her fucking sad ass 70.
I do admit that I was sausage pressing. I sausage pressed.
Yeah,
I'm not proud of it.
And I was just gonna say you
and someone else
put your dicks on the
cannot
window.
be named, but man, on those marathon weekends, usually you overdo it in the first night, which I think we all did.
Yep.
Second night,
it got worse.
There's got to be that prime the pump moment where, because some people go, oh man, I just need a little bit.
Yeah.
Those guys are the ones that suffer later in the evening.
Yeah.
You just have to prime that pump. And without you wafting that death fucking fuel underneath my nose.
Dude, I could not believe you literally, your eyes fluttered open and you didn't even say a word. There was no communication. It was like, get that fucking shit away from me. You just reactively reached up, grabbed that bottle, took a massive hit out of it, and we're all like, oh my God.
And Has came over, and I was like, Dr. Pepper. And Has came over with a Dr. Pepper. I drank a little bit of Dr. Pepper. I'm like, and I was like, at that point, I was like Nicolas Cage in fucking Gone in 60 Seconds. I'm like, let's go.
The way you went, and I'm like, and you went, and we all went, and then next thing you know, one of the dressers in our room might have got pushed back into the corner, and there may have been one of the guys in our group squatting down on top of it because he was afraid of getting this. We were all looking for the little red dot. For the sniper
yeah.
Because
as if people in Section 8 can afford fucking laser sight.
Or weapons.
Oh, man. It was a good time.
Yeah.
The worst part was the next day. So you marathon on the first day, wake up, and we're all a little fucked. I was taking a dump eating old KFC chicken, which was not a good move.
No, that shit was so bad.
So we go out that night, have a great time. Is that the time where we waited in line for pizza and I fucking karate kicked it out of your hands? I think.
Yeah,
I think that's the second night.
That was at the power plant.
Yes. Yeah.
That was where I got in trouble for those girls dancing on top of my head, and I took a picture of them.
So third day, we wake up and everyone's absolutely fucked. But
Sunday.
A lot of the guys that we're there with want to go watch the championship game for college lacrosse. And Daryl and I were like, we're not going. And I think Owen didn't want to go either. So we go to that restaurant by the fucking harbor.
Hooters.
Yeah.
Hooters, it was.
Well, we went to another one. No, the one where you threw the fork and you completely missed
it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So we're on the inner harbor, and we went just to some random restaurant.
Yes.
And we're sitting there, and they have I don't know, like garage doors or big fucking bay windows that open. And us being as hammered as possible, I'm like, you think if I throw this fork, I can get it in the water?
And I'm like, there's no way. You're never
no way. I'm
it.
like, dude, it's like fucking 20 feet. Absolutely. I can thread that fucking needle.
And we're next to windows that open up this way.
Yeah.
They're like 7-foot fucking windows.
Yeah,
so
huge.
It's an average silver person. My son could probably hit it.
Yes.
But we're 2.5 days into it. We finally this is after our second Bloody Mary at this place, which still wasn't helping.
No. So I wind up and I fire this fucking fork. And I'm looking out the window for it, and I hear screaming. And I look over, and Owen's got blood running out of the back of his shoulder. And he picks up his shirt, and you can see a fucking 3 time marks in his back and blood running down his shirt. And all Chris is doing is just dancing around going, told you so, told you couldn't fucking do it. Owen needs a tetanus shot. We're in fucking Baltimore. We're not sober. We have no idea what's going on. I can't believe we didn't get kicked out of there.
Oh my God. There's no way. Like, we should have been thrown out the window into the pier.
Yeah.
Into the mud water. Yeah.
Well, and then it was clean because you fucking were raking it.
Yeah, Ryan. Every year, Ryan will post that picture of me sweeping up the pier with some fucking black dude with a trash can.
So there's like a boat ramp. It just it's very shallow going into the water. And there was a dude, and I think this was his job. Like, as the ship kind of came through the harbor, he had it was kind of like just a big rake, and he would just grab the shit, sweep it in, and then he'd scoop it up and throw it in his garbage can. And he was going back and forth. So we were on our way to Hooters, which was literally right behind that. And
one of the worst Hooters on the planet.
Yes, it ended
Best
up being
Orlando
the colony
that I've ever been to.
The colony lounge of Hooters is.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, we're all walking in, and we hear Chris, and we turn around, and here he is raking this fucking inner harbor up.
I'm helping out, dude. Clean the world one rake at a time.
Fuck. Was that the day we went?
What day was I on the news?
We were on the news.
Yeah, but
that was the Michael Jordan cover band night.
Okay, yeah.
We were drunk.
At Pickles.
Yeah.
That's when you flipped over the picnic table.
Sure. That was because you fucking karate chopped the world's best looking slice of pizza out of my hand.
No, that was later that night.
Whatever. I don't remember that.
So
I just remember walking down behind Camden Yards to the place where we got that jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And we walked by a bar that had a huge patio.
Yeah.
And they had cornhole boards out there. And Chris was like, I'm so fucking good at this. And I said, no, you're not. I'm like, I'm actually pretty good at this game. I'll fucking bet you. So we decided him and I were going to play a game of cornhole against each other. Loser had to buy shots. Well, Chris decides we're doing Sambuca. I lost somehow. I don't know.
You lost like 4 games in a row.
Yeah. Okay. So whatever. And shots of Sambuca were like $27 a piece.
Don't bet. If you don't.
While we were there on this patio, there's a road and a parking ramp. And what was it? Like a minivan?
No, it's like a fucking, like a Tempo, like a shitty fucking Toyota bullshit car.
Comes fucking screaming up, slams on the brakes.
It's overheating.
The hood's fucking, there's smoke billowing out of the hood, fucking right by us, probably 30 feet away. Doors
I would
open.
even say I would say closer than that, but
Yeah.
sure, yes.
I'm just throwing numbers out there because we're in a patio and there's a road. And we are drunk. It is 2 p.m. The doors open. 2 dudes jump out. They're black. And
You ain't black.
off to the parking ramp they go.
Yeah.
Seconds later, cops zipping around the corner.
A fucking helicopter.
Helicopter.
Yeah.
Comes over the baseball diamond. And the cops jump out and they're like, "You guys see anything?" We're like, "Yeah, those guys are wearing this blue shirt and white shorts, and this guy had black sneakers and a red hat, and they went in the fucking parking ramp. They're like, which way?" I'm like, "There they go." And you can see his fucking ad right there. And we're holding on to our beers. We're all fucking hammered up. And then next thing you know, we're on the news. We literally stopped a bank robbery. The cops come back and thanked us for our great description. These guys were like, I don't know.
We're like, thank you for your service.
There were 6 guys. No, we only found 2. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, 2.
Well, I'm seeing triple. So yeah.
One in the middle, right? Yeah, we got him. But yeah,
Yeah.
they fucking caught him, and the fucking news showed up, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, these 2 guys saw the whole thing." They're like, if it wasn't for them, we're like fucking heroes. We were supposed to go to City Hall and get a key to the city, but we had to leave.
Yeah, there's things going on. And that's the same bar where I bet you that you couldn't grow a Raleigh Fingers mustache.
Yeah.
So remember the bartender's dad?
Okay, that was where you got the Orioles jersey, and that was
No. That's a different bar.
They all run together. It was literally 5 months before your wedding.
Yeah. So the girl that was at the bar.
Facial hair.
Remember the bartender? The bartender had like 1,000 moles on her boobs.
That was the cornhole, the bank robbery place.
Yes,
yeah.
That's a bank robbery place. So we're in there, and I get obsessed with women that serve me. So,
dude, you know those cartoons when like Pepe Le Pew falls in love and the hearts float out, or they just go like this? That was dumb.
I had it.
I will eat every fucking mole and freckle off her body. I'm chew them right off. I'm like, this isn't gonna help us.
And then apparently the guy next to us is her dad, and he's got a fucking twisty mustache, like he's the guy that lets people into the Emerald City. What
Colonel Sanders' second cousin.
What I see. Yeah, she had a fucking pirate flag tattoo on her stomach. And I was like, that is so hot.
Matey, permission to come aboard?
So I go to Daryl. I have shit. And it was a pretty nice bar.
Yeah, it was I wouldn't call it like fancy or whatnot, but it was a very nice bar.
It was the least shittiest bar we'd been to
100%,
in the last 2 days. Yeah. So I go, this is the place. I'm gonna go.
You're not getting a Busch Light in there.
So
the cheapest beer you're gonna get is like a Heineken.
So I'm walking out to the bathroom, and I've already confessed my love to, and this is my bachelor party.
Confessed or professed?
Can we combine those words?
Yeah. Comprofess.
Comprofessed. Yes. It was, I'm going to get the cop helicopter to come down. You and I are going to jump into it. We're going to run away. We're going to be together. We're going to have freckled titty babies, and it's going to be amazing. Right. So our kid's going to come out. Well, hello there. There are
the fucking, what is that thing called? And the little monocle with the stick. Not one of them.
Have you seen Jacob's first grade pictures? Hello there.
Hello there. He's twisting his little fucking wispy mustache.
So I'm walking away, and obviously I'm engaged to be married. So obviously I wasn't going to do anything. But obviously this girl wanted nothing to do with me. Obviously her dad hated us. There's a lot of things going on. But I'm walking away, and very rarely do I get embarrassed in public. But when you're going to take a dump, and it's a 3.5 day binge drinking dump where it's just going to be an absolute ass abortion.
The last thing you had was Kentucky Fried Chicken from a bus terminal at 3 a.m. Yeah.
Yes.
This ain't going to end well.
Chased by a large gulp of 151 rum and a fucking sugar-filled Dr. Pepper. Yeah. And then 90 Sambuca shots because I'm so good at fucking cornhole.
That was the most expensive day of my life.
So I'm walking away, and I'm limping because this thing is coming out. And it felt like a solid, but it was gonna be a fucking violent liquid. And Daryl goes, "Hey, when you're done shitting, do you want more beer here or whatever?" And I'm like, "I'm just going to pee." 45 minutes later, I show back up, shirt's untucked,
Sweaty.
my hair's all disheveled.
We did no one any favors that weekend.
No.
I mean, that really, we tested a lot of friendships. And some of those guys I have known because of you and whatnot in the group, but I wasn't very good friends with them.
No.
We all hung out together. I think we all had each other's phone numbers by that point. But it was like that weekend, those fuckers got to see what it was like partying with me. Like I was jonesing when we left to drive 6 hours down to Baltimore, and we couldn't have road beers. I had my arm on the cooler. I was starting to get the shakes. I'm like, could we fucking have a beer, please? No beers in the car till we get there. And then we got there, and I'm like, now you guys are gonna pay for this.
Yes,
I'm 6 hours behind, and I'm gonna catch up, and I am gonna be a liability. And fucking A, if I wasn't all weekend.
Well, what's funny is like, you're in that situation, hanging out with friends, and I was telling my sister this tonight. I'm like, you would think me and you alone in Buffalo going out, you would think that our wives would be like, I hope they don't run into chicks. There's no interest in other women. It is a race to the bottom. We're offensive. We drink too much. And we're just piles of shit. Like, there's no way that we're appealing to other people. And that entire weekend was an absolute masterclass in making sure that no one even stepped an inch outside of that square because we were so ruthless to each other.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, I'm going to go take a piss. And it was 3 minutes of dick jokes while that person slowly walked away to go to the bathroom. And then you went to take a shit. You're like, yo, I got to take a shit. Normally, all the friends would be like, all right, cool. Just kind of whatever, dude. And pretend you weren't gone.
You basically
have
got
a nice
the
dog
microphone of the fucking bar. He's going to shit. Everyone go watch him.
Yeah, we're probably going to be able to hear it from out here. And it was real. And you're just like, fuck, why am I friends with these guys?
Dude, it was so fun.
And then we go to that Howl at the Moon, right?
Yeah.
We wait in line to go to a club, a bar. It was a dueling piano bar. I've never been. I was more than impressed at these people's musical prowess.
Originally, you were like, this is dumb. We shouldn't do this.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Dueling pianos? One of the best nights ever.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
And they had a LED sign, and you could, each time it was like, it went up $1. Like you would pay, when they started, you could pay $1 and have whatever message you want on that board. Then the next person was $2, and it just kept going up and up and up. And then as it got more expensive, like $15 to $20 range, the messages started to get fucking hilarious. So now you're drinking, and you're like, I have $20 to put towards the next round to get my message up on this board.
And most people started drinking when they got there. We'd been drinking already for about 10 hours.
Yeah. So it was like the one dude's, I got pictures of it and it comes up on my Facebook memories. The guy about it, he goes, sorry, I couldn't get it up last night. Tonight's going to be the same thing. Love you. And then one dude's like, sorry, I pissed in your suitcase. It was funny shit. And then they started doing a 90s rap song.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Ryan Tracy loudly did karaoke without a microphone from the back of the bar.
I had no idea that you guys knew the entire words to that.
Yes, neither did I at the moment. We were on
had some
point.
like retard signal. Just beaming down.
Yeah. And Shoop by Salt and Pepper came on, and me and Ryan Tracy sang our dicks off.
Yeah.
They stopped halfway through it, and both of us, the two dudes in a piano, and everybody in the fucking bar, the spotlight hit us, and we were just fucking grinning like Shane Gillis.
Doing one of these.
Yeah. And the good guy goes, all right, how in the fuck do you two know all the words and are screaming it from back there? And then the whole place went nuts, and they just picked up where they left off, and me and Tracy rocked it out. And you just
Great.
sat there going, of all songs, I never would have guessed that these two idiots know all the words to.
There's no way.
Shoot by Salt.
It's all about how big a guy's dick is.
Yeah. Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah, now I get it. Yeah.
And then we were doing like test tube Jello fucking shooters. The girls were walking around with them on their belts, and just because she was hot, we're like, we'll take 20 of those.
Yeah. They're only $1, guys. You get 18 cents worth of alcohol, and the rest is fucking coagulated sugar.
Yeah. It's sugar free too. Fuckers. You can't even get us all hopped up on Jello.
Dude. Yeah, it was such a weird weekend.
It was a fucking escapade. Every place we went, everywhere, something had to fucking go wrong.
Even
or right,
that, like, ritzier place in the harbor where, you know, there's a piano player, and it's like high-end aristocratic type of a setting.
Yeah, you like people would have collars popped and a sweater tied around their
and
shirt.
we roll in there like a bunch of fucking drunk pirates. Like
stunk like alcohol. Half of us hadn't showered, which is
I don't think I showered the entire week. I might have showered just to sober up.
The 151 morning you did after that's when you came out of the shower and put your dick on the window.
Yeah, it was a cold shower. So just in case anyone's wondering, that's why it was so small.
Sheila did not care.
No, Sheila was a gamer.
She definitely would have taken on it. What was there, 6 of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would have taken 6 in one hole.
Normally, you guys phone a friend?
Normally you're thinking like
a millionaire?
There's three dudes, one girl, someone has a butt, someone has a vagina, someone has a mouth. She's like, I can take you all my mouth. I can take you all my ass. Like, I don't know logistically how you get 3 dicks in one ass. I'm sure she could have figured it out.
Yeah.
She probably had a fucking twister of ass fucking. Like, every circle's brown.
It's like the rings on a tree.
Like every time we spin it, it just says butthole. Like, what's wrong with you? What happened in your childhood, lady?
Who hurt you?
Exactly how many stepdads do you have? How many dads left you? It was so fun though. But like seriously, and I think you're 100% right. When you have a weekend like that, and I think once in a while, if you're lucky enough to have good friends, and I'm still friends with 90% of the group, you know, like if we were to take those same people damn near 20 years later, I mean, I've been married for 16 years.
Was Chad's brother there?
He was not.
So it was you and me, Ryan,
Tracy,
Ryan, Chad, and Owen.
Yep.
Us 6.
Yep.
In one hotel room.
Yep.
Or do we have?
No, they had another hotel room. We had 2 hotel rooms.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ours was kind of like a suite.
Yeah, we had a big ass fucking hotel room.
Well, and what was funny is, and God bless him. I hope he's doing very well in his life. But one of our friends, because it's my bachelor party, he's the best man. He was supposed to pay for the hotel, and we get there and his card's not working. And I'm like, well, just like, he's like, no, I know it's going to work. But I think he had a hold, and he worked for Rent-A-Center, right? But I think he had a hold on his card for the car that he rented for me. I'm like, whatever, man. We'll just pay it. Like, we'll put it on the car. It's fine, because God fucking knows. And it was a fucking suite. It was like kind of like a 1960s vibe.
Yeah,
suite, right? I mean, it was probably really fucking cool in 1985. Before, you know what happened in Baltimore.
You know, when that place got built, Sheila was out in a kiddie pool.
For sure.
It's a young teenager, just supple little body, just waiting.
But I think you're 100% right. If we were to take that same group and go to like Myrtle Beach, there's no way you can recreate it.
No.
Sometimes you're just instantly in the Young Guns 2 spirit world.
We were from the minute
1,000%.
From the minute we were in the parking lot, like when you pull up, we all come out with fucking beers and we're all hugging and excited. And we were in the spirit world. We were on point from fucking the time we stepped foot into Baltimore till the time we left. Yep. There was not a moment that we were not fucking laughing or getting into some sort of shenanigans. Like I said, our whole point was we're gonna go drinking. Monday was the national championship lacrosse game, and that the guys wanted to go to at M&T Stadium down there, the Ravens Stadium, and it was 120 degrees on the field. We were in the stands. I was dying. All it was just booze.
So we left.
You guys
left
that go back to North Carolina.
Yeah. But yeah, even they were like, oh, it's conference championships. Like we have tickets. I'm like, we're not going, dude. We're gonna stay in the spirit world, man. Like I'm not going to a place. Now, if you said they had 16-ounce beers for $8 or $10 or whatever that we would have been at the time, sure. But because it was college, they weren't selling beer, to my knowledge, at the stadium. Or you and I didn't want to take that chance. And Owen was like, I got no interest in either. I'm like, fuck it. Let's fucking keep it going. Because if you stop and tie your shoelaces in the spirit world, you're out of it.
Yeah.
You're out of it. You got to keep pace with it. Sometimes you can overrun the spirit world and then you're vomiting in a fucking trash can.
You can run right out of it and it'll just catch up to you and throw your ass.
Yeah. No one puked.
That we know of.
To my knowledge, no one shit their pants, which to me is amazing.
You were close.
I'm the king of shitting my pants.
Yeah.
Nobody
got arrested. We had never had a problem with cops or anything all weekend.
No, we stopped
at
the
no
bank
point
robbery.
at no point. I think we got it. That's when we got offered the key to the city and
Sure.
pretty much a get out of jail free card for stopping a bank robbery. But it was to the point where, like, at no point were we ever really cross that line where we were awful people.
No,
everybody could see we were drunk. We were not from here, and we were looking.
We were awful to each other.
Yes, to each other. Yes, we said some shit.
Is honestly what I talk about our friendship the most is we never go out and are unless someone's talking shit, and then it's time. Like to, if someone's talking shit to you, then it's time.
Yeah,
but we never go out and actively go. Like, there's some guys that go like, I'm gonna have like 7 beers, I'm gonna fucking start talking shit to people. We're not those people.
No,
we've never been those people.
No.
There's no point to being that person.
We'll jokingly talk shit to you to get you to say something back to us so we can all laugh. And then next thing you know, we're best friends with these random people at a bar we just met.
Owen and I, one time, were coming out of some jazz bar in Greenville, South Carolina. And a cab pulls up. And Owen's thing for a very long time was he did 2 things that were fucking awesome. He would always negotiate with cabbies. He had this weird ability to be like, no meter, $20. You take us here.
Yeah, flat fucking rate. Let's go.
Yeah, you're right. He also was the king at jumping a cab. So somebody calls a cab pulls up, guy's not around, or guy's close. We hop in, close the door, and we're off to the races.
Yeah,
he was the best at that, and the bulk of my 20s was that. We also used to sleep on the streets. Super fun. So we one time we slept. One time we got into a hotel in downtown Raleigh and we slept underneath tables.
In the lobby?
In the lobby. Like they had these long tablecloths.
Yeah.
And we're like, because the whole thing was like, at the end of the night, everyone's like, all right, we're going home. It's like 2:30 in the morning. And we're like, no, we're going to sleep on the streets. And we would go talk to homeless people. Dude, we had a fucking crazy ass time. And one time we met some people, they were smoking outside and they're like, well, we have a room. If you guys want to like go and sleep in the bed, you're more than welcome to. We go up to this room with this girl's room key. And the person she was with had vomited everywhere, not like in the toilet, not even on the floor, but literally projectile vomited everywhere. And we're out. We had some fun fucking times like that. But so anyways, in Greenville, we hop this guy's cab and the guy has a revolver on him.
Yikes.
So he's in the cab. I'm in the doorway of the cab and this guy has a gun on us.
It's not me.
No, it's my buddy Jared. Jared, sorry. So this guy is pointing a gun at me. But we had heard about this place that you can go to that's an after hours place that does karaoke all night. And we're like, hold on. And it was probably him that talked the guy down because I was probably in talk shit mode, especially when you have a gun pointed at you.
Yeah.
But the guy ends up getting in the cab with us after he pulls a gun on us. And we went and did karaoke with him till fucking 6 a.m.
Hot tub time machine.
It was like, so wait a minute. We're doing karaoke with a guy that pulled a gun on us?
Yeah, now you're best friends.
He was pretty cool.
Security now, man. Nobody's going to fuck with you.
Dude, we had some fucking banger ass times. But again, when you're that young, and maybe it's optimism or maybe it's stupidity, but you just kind of one of my favorite things that you and I do is we let the night come to us.
Yeah.
You know, and we're pretty regimented now in what we do. We're pretty good, you know, but there were times 10 or 15 years ago where we would just like, no, we're going to go here. And this sucks. We're going to go somewhere else. And if that sucks, we're going to go somewhere else. And then all of a sudden we're playing fucking Golden Tea with a midget for shots of like warm gin. Yeah. That makes no sense at all. And those are the best times ever, you know?
Yeah. That was the night my wife bailed on us.
Yes. She's like, you guys are boring.
We were at the Blue Wall. She's like, you guys are not funny. You're not boring. You're not entertaining me. I'm going home.
Yeah. And we kept saying.
I get home at 4:00 in the morning, stumble ass drunk, wake up the next day. She's like, yeah, so what happened? I'm like, so we ended up at a bar down the road and we got hustled by a fucking midget. She spits out her coffee. She goes, what? I go, yeah, this fucking midget ran us for literally all the money we had. We had to pay his bar tab.
Yeah.
And I go, she's like, what the fuck? I'm like, I told you, we can't force it.
You can't force it.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
At some point, it's going to the tide's going to turn and it's going to be, you are on a ride of your life.
Yeah.
You got so many people that go out and have a bad time with us.
You can't force a spirit world.
Yeah.
You have to let the spirit world come to you. Yeah. And
I hug that motherfucker. Just
and I said, let's go to Riverworks. Let's go to downtown. Because I never got to see it. Like when I was in Buffalo, that never existed. And so we're down there and she's like on her phone. She's like kind of bored. And I'm like, all right.
I think that was the first time I was ever at Riverworks.
Yeah.
I'd never been there. So,
and it's not a great place, but it's just somewhere different, versus just going to Vinny's and just, getting, when you go to Vinny's, you're going to get.
Yeah.
But when you start to fucking hop around, the spirit world's like, hey guys, what's up? I'm going to hang with you. And you're like,
just bar hop back towards Vinny's from, Buffalo and find different bars we've never been to. And it just didn't end up that way. And then she's like, we were at the Blue Wall eating chicken wings and having beer. She's like, I'm going to go home. I'm not holding a gun to your head to say you got to come out. And the next day,
also, she was right.
Kidding me? She was. At that moment, it was early. It was still early. I'll give it that. It was still early.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't shift into second gear until
whatever. It was probably 8:30.
Yeah.
And then at fucking 2 a.m, we're getting hustled by Johnny fucking Turtle hands.
Yeah. His fucking hands were like this.
Man, give that guy button Golden Tea though.
Oh, I know. He had his own stool that he used for pinball and Golden Tea at the bar.
Hit it behind the fucking
Golden Tea. It was behind the monitor. He put it between the machine and the wall, and he
fucking turtle hand.
Back there. This all you see is his little baseball hat just goes back with his fucking stool, and then he still wasn't even a normal height.
No, He was putting for us. That's
Yeah.
how bad we were at putting. That's how great he was at putting.
Yeah.
My short game.
He was
gold
also
tee
just
sucks.
like hurrying us up so he could get more shots out of us. Fucking asshole, Peter. And apparently he had a girlfriend and she was hot. She was like normal hot.
I wonder if midgets. Do you think like fisting started with midgets?
I think it almost had to.
I mean, you can't be fucking Hulk Hogan and be like, I'm going to stick my whole hand in your pussy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that works.
No.
But a midget.
Right. But yeah,
I think they have real sized dicks. So I think like.
I heard that too. It looks like they have a monster. They got a 6-inch cock. It's like a monster.
Yeah.
Because
What's
it's
up, London?
proportion. Up, London. Yeah. Like. But thankfully we behave.
I'm 6'2", proportionally, nothing to write home about.
Yeah, nothing's right here.
Yeah, it's like my thumb is like 4 inches long. Soft dick is as long as my thumb. That's not bad. You put that on a midget, he's got
Yeah,
it.
for hammer.
Yeah, yeah.
But we don't have bad times. We don't. We find a way.
It's rare if we have a bad time. I can't remember the last time we had a bad time.
Yeah.
Do you want to do this thing real quick? You can take Hogan if you have a large orifice. Oh, yes. You want to do this real quick?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so I can cross that off my list of topics that we have 20 of, and we just spent 50 minutes talking about our fucking trip to Baltimore for the third time, which was
For
the
no
best
reason.
trip ever.
For no
I don't
reason.
even know how we ended up there. All right, so for those of you that listen and don't watch this,
And for those of you in Germany and Ireland and Russia.
ooh, somebody's hot girl, ladies hot girl.
Sure.
Yeah.
420 friends. Yeah. So this is build a lineup with $15.
Yeah, you got quarterback, wide running back, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. And the lineup, you have $15. Top end guys start at 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah. So weirdly enough, so Brady quarterback is a 5. Barry Sanders running back 5. Jerry Rice is a 5. Larry Fitzgerald is a 5. Tony Gonzalez. Joe Montana is a 4. Jim Brown, crazy, is a 4. Randy Moss, crazy, is a 4. I would put Randy Moss as a 5. Jerry Rice is a 4, by the way. Calvin Johnson is a 4, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Gronk should be a 5.
5.
Yeah, Peyton Manning as a 3. Walter Payton as a 3. Terrell Owens as a 3. Julio Jones shouldn't even be on the fucking list, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's a 3. Antonio Gates is a 3 as a tight end. Drew Brees,
Underrated at $2.
which I would be totally fine with this list if Drew Brees was a 4 and Montana was a 2. However, not the case.
Yeah.
So Drew Brees is a 2. Running back Emmitt Smith 2. Chris Carter, he's a 2. Don't agree with it.
I wouldn't mind moving him up.
Antonio Brown is a 2. Shannon Sharp, 3-time Super Bowl champion. Antonio Gates, number 1 championship. Tony Gonzalez, number 1 championship. Anyways, and then we have the most egregious thing of the entire list, even though I hate the fucking Dolphins.
Yeah.
Dan Marino is a number 1.
He's $1.
He's a $1.
He's the bottom of barrel of the quarterback option.
LaDainian Tomlinson, 1. DeAndre Hopkins shouldn't even be on the list, in my opinion. Don Hudson, who looks like the fucking
He played for the Cowboys.
Mayor of Fucktown.
He's got a leather helmet on.
He's wearing a leather helmet. Doesn't
Did he
count.
play for the Cowboys?
I have no idea. I have zero idea. If Black Jamie was here, although he's working at Buckwater, thank God, because I can get my drinks. And then Jason Witten at tight end is the number 1. Daryl, I will yield to you. You have exactly 8 seconds to go. Go ahead.
Just for which option? Because I'm not going to be able to pick them all in 8.
You have to build a lineup for $15. What's your all-star lineup for $15? Go ahead.
Oh, Hudson played for the Packers. Are you keeping track of the money? Because I can't do both here.
I can.
I'm obviously taking. So all 5s are 25. Can't do that. Tom Brady.
Okay.
For 5. Walter Payton for 3.
Hold on. Brady. 5.
5.
8.
Peyton 3.
3.
Where do I want to go?
You're
Then I
at
gotta
8.
guess. I
feel like
if
the
I
guy
do
at the
that-
donut shop. You have 4 left.
Well, all right. So, oh shit. Kelvin Johnson.
Okay.
What's that? Give me 12.
What's Johnson?
He's a 4.
Oh, no, so you have to pick 2 receivers.
Can I come back to the
You sure
receiver
can.
line?
Okay,
That's why I'm doing this.
Okay. Yep.
So 5, 3, and 4 is 12.
Sure.
So I have $3 to spend. I'm gonna have to go. This is where you get kind of fucked here.
Yeah.
I go Chris Carter and Witten, I guess.
Okay. Carter. All right. So I would do Drew Brees.
That's a solid $2 fucking option.
Yes.
That's a big $3 you can save there.
And I think a
I just did Brady because I love
moral conundrum, I would probably even actually take, for the numbers, I'm going to take Breeze because I'm bad at math. But Dan Marino,
Yeah, that is a steal for $1, I think.
if Dan Marino played with Bill Belichick and that offense, one would surmise that he would have, or if Dan Marino played for Bill Walsh, he'd probably have more Super Bowls than Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Arm talent wise, Dan Marino's top. I'm going to go Drew Brees. I'm going to go the greatest running back of all time, Barry Sanders. That gets me to 7. Tough. I'm going to take Randy Moss. 4. So that gets me to 11, which means I have 4 left. I'm going to go Antonio Brown and Shannon Sharp. I think that team would beat the brakes out of anybody. Insane.
I'm actually now the more you talk about this, Marino at $1.
Marino's a sleeper.
There. I mean, yeah, you're gonna go with Brady
And
because of everything, but
you could easily say Marino, Tomlinson.
Yep.
Now you're at 2. Then you throw in Randy Moss. So now you're at 6.
6.
Then you do Calvin Johnson.
And then take Gronk or Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't be mad about that. I'd be mad. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins, though, I mean, just
how the fuck is he
though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he never had breakaway speed. He's got hands for days.
Well, that's the thing. That's all he's got is he's bigger and he can jump higher than the rest of you guys.
But Calvin Johnson was a fucking problem.
Yeah. Like you said, Julio Jones.
Yeah, I mean,
Antonio Brown, get him off that
area
list.
is kind
Don
of fucked.
Hudson, I'm like, dude, I don't even. He's the only one with a leather helmet. I'm like, why would you even put him on that list? I don't know when this was made. You know,
no, I saw it. I thought it'd be fun to talk about. But
I did too. I saw it earlier. It was like, the tight end category. Those are all solid choices.
Yeah, I mean, I think greatest tight ends of all time, Gonzalez and Gronk are. Some people believe interchangeable. Yeah. I still think Gronk's the greatest tight end of all time.
Yeah. And
what's weird is like Kelsey's not even on the list, so you could easily.
You don't have any of those the newer guys here. I mean, who's here's your quarterbacks: Brady, Montana, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and Marino. Those Brady and Brees were the last 2 to play.
Yes.
So let's go running backs. Who's the last running back to still play in the league? Tomlinson, Smith,
then Sanders, then Peyton.
Yeah. And Jim Brown. Wide receivers, Jerry Rice, Moss, Owens, Carter, and DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins still playing. I mean, but this is all old school guys. Larry Fitzgerald, Megatron, Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, who's a basket case, and leather helmet guy.
But if you put Antonio Brown on the fucking 49ers,
instead of Rice or with Rice?
Yeah. So let's say Antonio Brown and Rice came out at the same
Dude,
time.
had so much fucking talent, man.
Like Antonio Brown is like bar none one of the greatest talents of all time. He's just a fucking
It's a head case, man.
crazy person.
Head case. Fuck's this. Well, fuck you, Kyle. He's at a casino, asshole.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we got we're at an hour, which I promised we do 2 1-hour shows.
I told you at 12:01 I'm slamming this laptop shut, which isn't true. That was me just flexing. You got me till 12:30.
Let's get it started.
I can do it. I guess I'm gonna be a bag of shit. I think I might have to go to Big Hurt's house tomorrow.
And the beat keeps running. And this one time,
Oh, Jesus Christ. I hope we get here's the thing. I hope in August at that
Shaq impression to Shaq.
Yes, I'm hoping for that. I want it. I want that to happen. I want us to be able to have some access to these DJs. And I hope Shaq is at that festival and we are able to spend 10 minutes with him. Dude, we're gonna just ask you some questions for our shitty podcast, whatever. And I want to be able to throw a softball at you and have you do Shaq impression while Shaq is sitting there. And then I want to watch him just fucking throw you like a midget.
Why'd you get DJ?
I like records. And so I bought some records. And then I started playing some records. And then I thought I should do this because, I like pizza. And that's why I bought it in the Papa John's. And I got Starbucks in the ghetto, and that's go-to. But one time, Kobe passed on to me, double meat, obviously, and I kick it out to Kobe. Kobe swing it over to fucking Fisher 3 all day.
He's like, I don't fucking sound like that.
He sounds exactly like
Dude,
that.
I could not imagine meeting Shaq and having to shake that man's hand.
Oh, dude.
He'd be like this.
It's bad when someone's fingers are 9 of your dicks.
Yeah.
There's no coming back from that.
So here's the thing. Shaq. I mean, I don't want to say he's an idol or anything, but I mean, I always loved Shaq. I loved watching him.
I would be starstruck meeting Shaq.
Yes. So
more
what
than
do you
almost
do?
anybody.
Do you shake hands? Do you dap him? What do you do?
So here's the thing.
He's a foot and a half taller than we are and 200 pounds heavier.
So
100 pounds.
I saw a lot of my black friends out. Black friends that know you, they dap you up. Initially meeting a black person, you handshake. Upon second meeting in the wild, once they trust you, you become part of their community, then you get the dap. Yeah. You don't get daps straight up. Dap is like,
I don't know, man. I just feel like that's how I just think that's how he'd be.
I think if I met Shaq, I would just jump into his arms.
Yeah. Trust fall.
I just hang out of him like a fucking gay-ass koala bear.
And he just carries us around under our arms like this.
I'm going to take you up on stage. I point to you. Daryl takes his dick out. You take your dick out. And then I take my dick out and get 98 women pregnant.
3. Is it a tripod? There's lightning bolts.
That'd be the most uneven table of all time.
Yeah. We put our dicks on the table. Just makes this fucking soft,
I could smelt 38 of my dicks and still not be half of Shaq's head.
Shaq's dick goes through the table like Bill's Mafia.
Yeah, I would be starstruck if I met him.
I would be too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, meeting some of these other DJs that I listen to and like try to play their music and everything would be amazing. But meeting Shaq, who is an NBA legend and somebody I watched from his days in LSU through Orlando, through his whole career and everything, and watching that and the fact that he does DJ just to fuck around, it would just be so cool to meet that man. And it just sounds like everybody that ever has an interaction with him, he's like the greatest person on earth.
Yeah, he's the sweetest man of all time.
Dude, I know you're busy and everything. You 15 minutes for our podcast. We're just gonna hit the button. I just want to ask some questions. Just talk to us, blah, 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 and whatever. And that'll be the time. You're the cool guy, and I'm the blubbering idiot. Like opposite of Afro, man.
Yeah, I could probably handle myself a little bit.
I'd be like, hey, Shaq,
While we're all fucking tweaked out on Molly.
what's it like working for Pat Riley?
Shaq would be like,
Pat Riley, pretty good. I like him a lot, but I need to go to LA.
that's awesome, Shaq.
What was it like going to LA? Going to LA was pretty good. That's great, Shaq.
Please, God, if there is a fucking God, let this happen. Alex and Keegan, please let us know that Shaq's in this lineup, and please give us.
I don't do
15
impressions, but I
15
really think I got Shaq down.
It's not 100%, but it is fucking good, dude. It is good, and I think Shaq would appreciate it. I didn't know white dude's voice could get that deep.
You just got to.
He would probably, you would do that, and he would probably sit there and laugh, and then just absolutely talk shit to you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you just
I
be
know,
like,
I know.
I'm sorry, man. I just impersonated you. One up in me forever. I don't care what you do right now.
And I can only do it with a microphone.
Yeah.
In person, doesn't even hit.
Yeah.
But you
You
got to
guys-
do the microphone. You have to
Yeah.
be sighy, you know?
Yeah.
Sighy. Like the little
Laptops,
cherry.
Fucking cameras, microphones, no soundboard. Leave that
Yeah.
fucking thing home.
Oh, dude. Be like,
Don't.
Kobe pitch
Yeah.
the ball down to me.
Nope.
no, it doesn't
Nope.
work.
Nope.
I was going to go to work. Then I got high.
Nope. You sound like a fucking sad country song right
Yeah. You can only go high with the voice mixer.
Yeah.
I was going to go to work, but I got high. Kobe pitch the ball to me. I get double. I back it out to Kobe. I was in that movie Blue Chip.
there. You guys know Anthony?
And
Yeah,
he never
Penny?
says S's either.
No.
That's the thing about Shaq. He'd be like,
You allergic to the letter S?
hey, Shaq, what movie were you in?
I was in Blue Chip.
Yeah.
He doesn't even say the P's.
I
It's
saw blue chips.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, what
You mean
did
blue
you just
chips?
say? Bloody blue chip?
Hey, so
Chips?
what would you eat like before a game?
I had some chicken. I get some rice.
Why is that? God, is it got to be chicken and rice?
I had some water. And then I get some Dorito chip.
Dorito
No
chip.
PS.
No PS.
No PSs. Hey,
Oh fuck!
hey, Shaq, what if you wrote a letter? Hold on, I'm getting to it. And then you wanted to say more after you signed a letter.
No PS.
Because I just put the words at the bottom of the letter. You write PS. You know what PS means?
No PS. I don't even say PS.
No PS. And nothing. Shaq, how many championships do you win?
Hey, Shaq, if you ever had problems, hold on, wait. I'm gonna get to it.
I'm starting to choke, and I already know where this is going badly.
Hey, Shaq, mentally, if you ever had problems, who would you go visit?
I go visit. I go therapist.
This is no peace. That's
There.
I go to the ecotherapist.
You mean psychotherapist?
I was like, peas rest.
Yeah, no peas rest. No peas rest. Dorito chip.
Hey, what's that pizza place you own?
John's. No peas. John.
John.
All right. And this misery.
I'm so sorry. I'm stuck and I can't stop thinking about
This is the worst loop ever. Get me off this fucking ride.
All right, we'll be right back.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
pee. Go to the
boy.
bathroom. Take my dick out. And go pee.
No, it's just
I
just
take it hard.
Just gotta go,
Take it hard.
yeah, no peas or asses. Just gotta
I gotta get